All right, collectors, today on the channel, let's take a look at this brand new, freshly delivered Cobra Dreadnok Gnawgahyde pork belly, and yobo. At first I wasn't super excited for this fig. I was like, meh, I don't know. It's gonna be all right. I do like little, animal figures though with it, and I've started to actually grow on me a little bit, this particular figure. Almost as if he's like Craven the Hunter or something. So anyways, or like what is it, Crocodile Hunter, the Dundee or whatever. So anyways, yeah, he came in the mail a couple days ago. I wanted to do a review on him just because he's very unique. I haven't taken him out. I haven't looked at him or anything. I'm excited to take a look. Here's the packaging. Looks, it's a brand new packaging. I'm digging the plastic so we can see through it there, the plastic window. Here's what we got on the back. Very cool. Cool shot of him out there in the rain, getting ready to take out some baddies with his two little companions there. Yeah, Dreadnok, Gnawgahyde. There he is, a kind of a shot there in the comic book type of shot, artistic rendering. He looks great. Looks like a great little render. Number 125 in the line. All right, so that's what he looks like in the box. Let's pop him out of this box. All right, collectors, pulled everything out of there, and we're gonna get to some of the situation that I had with that plastic, but everything's popped out of there. Let's go on ahead and start taking a look at this figure. Number one, I'm gonna take a look at him, and then we'll take a look at the little animals there, the warthog and that little monkey. So just looking at the figure, looks good. There's a close-up of his face there. Yeah, looks like the teeth there look kind of weird. I don't know what's going on with those teeth. I don't know if it's supposed, they almost look like inserts or dentures or something in there. But meh, that's all right. I like lots of color here, lots of different hits of color. You got browns, greens, reds, yellows. You got some tattoos there. I guess what is that? A skull? What is that? A skull and some knives and an arrow there. Interesting. And then you have this little detail back here, which is like a snake or a cobra hood there coming up with some kind of a snake anarchy symbol there. Some little hits of silver across there. That's very nice. This is plastic, a plastic overlay. It looks like it can come right off, which is very nice. I dig that. Thank you for doing that, Hasbro. We've got a little knife thing over here. Where does the other knife go, I wonder? Maybe down here somewhere? Oh, we've got another knife thing down here. Yeah, but you've got all kinds of different hits there of color, of detail. Looks very nice. Yeah, looks really great. Just a lot of color in this particular figure. So I'm digging the way it looks. Again, aesthetically, it's looking very nice. We got two trigger hands there. All right, let's get into these little figures. The little monkey, well, there's no articulation in the monkey. He just is. So he looks good for what it is. It's he's got his little eye there and his little eye patch. Yeah, no articulation in the tail. It's kind of bendy, kind of malleable there, but looks good. It's got some washes here, some paint hits, the teeth there. I mean, it is what it is. Looks like a monkey. Looks good. So we'll just put it on his head there. Let's see if we can make him sit there. There you go. All right. Nope, he wants to stay off his head. All right. What about the warthog here? Looks good. He's got a little bit of a nose ring there. I know somebody has already kind of pulled that out, but I'm okay with it staying there. Now, is this supposed to be like that? Yeah, he's got like a little screw or there in his tusk there. Looks good. He's got some washes. He's got some color. He's got some, I expect this is what a warthog would look like. Looks good. He's got a detail there in his eyes. Some little sloppiness there in the eye. But for the most part, it's looking just fine. Not a big deal. All right. So there's a little warthog there. Now, let's take a look at some of these weapons. We've seen this case before. Who has it? Lowlight? I think Lowlight has this weapons case. Pops open, so you can stow his weapons in there. And we'll go over that in a minute. Something very interesting about that. Two-tone there, kind of an olive drab, and then a dark, this is more like a coyote tan or something. This then is dark as a, desert tan is a little lighter, but anyways, it's, you know, like a dark brown in there. So anyways, that's what you have. This is interesting to me. Here's the, again, the interesting part about this is that, number one, it's already bent, and I blame that packaging for it. The packaging that this is in is super tight. It's just a mess. But the weapons themselves, I can feel, are of a higher durometer. They're stiffer. Does this come out? It does come out. Look at that. And this pops out too. The scope comes out as well. So you have that. But yeah, it's already bent. I don't like that. But the weapon itself looks pretty good. I'm going to have to go back and fix it with some heat. This is 100% due to packaging. The packaging bent the crap out of this stuff, and it was really hard to get out. So, you know, I don't know, do better, I guess. I don't know. The packaging in there is just really jacked this up. And not only that, the packaging, because this actually popped right out, but the packaging was pushing hard on this little pin right there. Look, I've already got some stress issues with this right there. So that wasn't fun. I'm gonna have to work that out. I don't even, you know, it's definitely close to breaking there, but anyways, the durometer on these knives is actually stiffer as well, so I appreciate that. These are pretty straight, not bad. They do have a little bit of a curve to them, but it'll be all right. Same thing on this one. It's got a little bit of a curve to it, but you know, we'll figure that out. It's not too bad. Here's where you start getting a little crazier. There is very to little, this bow and arrow, or this compound bow, just looks crazy. I think we've seen it before as well with maybe, what's that guy's name? Looks like a Predator, I think. I don't know what his name was, but I didn't have this figure as a child. That's why I don't probably know a lot about him, but looks cool so far. So here's his weapon, very nicely detailed. I forget who that character was. Knight something, I don't know. He looks like the Predator guy. And here's his, I think we've seen this one as well already. So he's come with, his arrows are bent. You're gonna have to heat them up a little bit to make them look good, but there we go. The arrow, I don't blame him for the arrow. The arrow's gonna be bent just because it is what it is. And then I have the knife. Look at this knife. Come on, man. Look at this. I have to put some heat on that. And then here's the hat. So, very Australian. That's what I wanted to say. He's very Australian. All right. So, overall, I'm not going to count the way this stuff is bent and stuff. That's just annoying. But I'm definitely going to fix it with some heat. But I do not like what they did here with this, because they really jacked up. I mean, this has got stress marks on it now. I'm going to have to be very careful with it. But overall, the figure, the way it looks, I really like it. I really like the way it looks. Is it perfect? Nah, by no means. I'm going to put, here's the how I rate my figures right here. And to me, this is a pretty, I mean, he looks great. He looks pretty solid. So to me, he's about a 4.4. It got a little bit sloppy with his teeth there, got a little sloppy with his eyebrows there, but overall, the paint, this is a real solid figure, the way it looks, aesthetically. To me, I mean, your opinion should vary. If you don't think he's solid, that's fine. So the other thing we always look at is, of course, articulation. Let's take a look at the articulation. So number one, we're at a 4.4 for the way he looks, and I'm also taking into account this guy and this guy, right? It's a little set. It's actually, to me, this is quite a bit for 34 bucks. Wasn't it 34 bucks? I don't know, we'll have to see. If it was 54, then we got a problem, but I thought it was 34. We'll have to go look. But for that, if you're getting that amount, then, you know, to me, it's definitely worth it. It looks very, very cool for that. Anyways, let's get into the articulation here. Head comes up, not too far, not too far. Oh yeah, no, we do have some, what is that? Is that a ball? Oh, that's a hinge, okay. So he does have a lot of movement there, but I just had to push him a little bit. All right, that's very good. Side to side, he does not really go like that dog-eared kind of move, but I like that he looks up quite a bit, and I like that he looks down quite a bit. So that's very nice. If you take these chains off, probably look even more so. Let's see if he can do a T-pose without, hey, not very much of an issue there. Very nice. This one's a little too loose, but I'd rather have it's actually not bad. And this one's perfect. This one's perfectly done. And he does have a butterfly joint there, so that's very nice. Cut at the bicep there. Double pinned. I don't know, why are we doing pins still? Pin joint there, very nice. And he has I can't tell with this thing in the way. What is this? Okay, so he has an in and out grasp there. He doesn't have a dice roll. What about over here? Does he have a dice roll over on this hand? No, he has an in and out as well. So no dice roll on these hands. Let's see, how far can he go back? Let's see. He can go back pretty far. He can crunch up pretty far. That's because of that joint there at the midsection. So no torso twist, but he does, I would rather have this inverted hinge right here. And he does have a ball joint at the waist, so you can really do a lot with that. So that's very nice. It's G.I. Joe articulation. Drop down hips, cut at the waist, double jointed pinned knees, very nice. Cut at the boot. Ooh, that's a little bit bothered by this armor there that he has on his arm, but not bad. He does have ankle pivot down that far, up that far. Not bad at all, pretty good. Articulation, let's see, how far can he kick up? Drop down the knees, drop down the ankles. I mean, the hip. He can kick up pretty well, and he can go back pretty well. I mean, it's G.I. Joe articulation. Look at that, splits like crazy, all day doing the splits. To me, articulation's on point here. It's really good, it's really solid. The head can't go too far back. But that's not a big deal. I don't like that he has the double pins here and the double pins here. So we're going to take off a little bit for that. I'm going to give him a solid 4.4. This is a great, this is a solid, on the verge of a great figure as far as aesthetics and articulation. In my opinion, guys, your opinion should vary. Again, I'm just telling you that. I happen to really like it. I happen to like the set, and I happen to like this. Now, where I have my big problem is, I'm going to just sum it up, is with this stuff. See how it's all bent? Especially this. Come on, man. Come on. All right. But for the most part, good figure. Good figure. Can he ride him? I wonder. Can he ride him? All right. Let me kit him all up and see what he looks like. Hold up. How can I be so remiss as to forget Pumbaa? Or, I don't know, Yorbo? I don't know who this guy is. But anyways, again, I didn't have him as a kid, so I don't remember the names or whatever. But the Warthog, I did not go over his articulation. He's got articulation at his neck, at the upper part there, which is kind of neat. His hair moves out of the way, so that's nice. Look up that far, look down. So he does have some articulation there. He can turn at the neck, so he's very well articulated there. I like that. I mean, he's got a lot going on. And I believe, can I open his mouth? Oh my gosh, it just, oh geez. All right, well, I pulled a little too hard there. But yeah, he can open his mouth. There you go. It just don't pull on it like a lug nut. But anyways, there it is. Very cool. I dig it. Let's push that back in. Yeah, he can move his front legs pretty well there. Look at that. He's got a cut there. He's got some articulation there, and down here kind of at the ankles, I guess. Same thing on this side. And then back here, can he... Yes, he can move in and out there pretty good. And he's got some articulation there in the hind legs as well. Front. There you go, down here at the bottom. That's very nice. And he also has some articulation there at the waist. I guess that's what you call it. So that's very nice. So he does have, there's a lot of articulation here. Oh, and he goes this way. And now, how about the tail? Does the tail, it feels like the tail moves a little bit. So yeah, you've got some articulation. I think it's on a ball joint or something there. So you've got some ability to move that around. So there you go. Very nice. There, just like that. There you go. So yeah, very well done. I think it's a well, for what it is, an animal with this, I think it's well done. It's a good job. All right, guys, back to the review. And there he is, all kitted out with his dwarfed up blade and, you know, Hakuna Matata over here going through airport security. I'm sure it'll be fine. But here he is. He's got his hat on. He's got his, he wants to fall off so bad. He's got his backpack on with his crossbow back there, compound bow, and all of his weapons in there. Now, look at the case. It seems a bit open. That's because the bow in the rifle was so big that it hardly didn't shut right. So that's not good, but I'm hoping that with enough pressure, I'm gonna actually go get a book and see if I can seal it closed and then put that pressure on it for a day or two and maybe straighten, or maybe I'll just get a hairdryer and be finished with it. But anyways, let's compare him in size to a couple of folks so that you guys can see what he looks like in comparison, right? Is he taller than some? Is he not tall as the other ones? I like the figure. I just don't like, you know, par for the course, these freaking weapons. As hard as Hasbro tries with these weapons, it just, you should have put these, you know what? I don't know. You should just be more careful. Look. just can't get it right. I mean, you just can't. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. I'm not a toy manufacturer. Other toys seem to be able to get it right, but not you guys. Oh no. All right, so let's stand them up against a couple of figures just so you can, because I am infamous for not doing this because I don't know. That's just who I am. All right, let's stand him up here next to a Captain Rogers. Here's what he looks like next to a Captain Rogers. He's a pretty tall figure. He's pretty tall. So with the hat, Gnawgahyde's actually a tad bit taller, just a tad. So there he is there. And let's stand him up next to Destro. Why not? Just so everybody can get a good idea of what he looks like next to him. Oh, definitely taller than Destro. Man, Destro, you're a tall dude, but he leaves you in the dust. So if you put him up to next to somebody like, gosh, I want to say, you know what? There is one more figure that we can put him up against. 1 second. Let me grab him from up here. Our boy, Darwin. There he is. This is what he looks like next to Darwin. Definitely taller than Darwin. Everybody has this figure. Well, if you don't, he's at like $1 at Ollie's or something. He's somewhere in some... He's... I think this happens to be not a bad figure. I mean, it's Darwin. It's just... He's got a lot of articulation in him. I think he's, what, the Spidey body or something? Anyways, we're not talking about him. It's just a comparison, right? There you go. There you go. So for comparison's sakes. All right. Well, guys, a 4.4 for this guy. Is he a must-have? I don't think so. Is he a great fig? Almost, but he is a solid figure. Remember, 4 to 4.5, solid figure. Solid. He's on the high end of solid figure. If it wasn't for, you know, some knicky-knack stuff or ticky-tacky stuff like the bent arrows, the packaging doing a bad job of holding these things straight. Look at that. If you pop it open, you can kind of tell. Oh, this already fell out. Well, hope it's not holding it so far open. See how it's bowed out there? It's already doing kind of its job. It's pushing it down more. See how it's struggling there? So anyways, I hope it doesn't pop out too much, or I hope it doesn't just force it open, and that would suck because then it won't close, right? So anyways, there you go. Yeah, I would give it a solid 4.4. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I know I said I was going to do a review on Wolverine, but I've been hemming and hawing about it. But I don't know. I might still do it just for fun. So, Toy Hunt will be up pretty soon here. We did find some more stuff at Ross. I hope you guys enjoy that. Again, we'll be doing a monthly giveaway. We already had a winner for this month's giveaway, which was the Bone Collector. Technodrome won that. Yeah, we're going to see what else we can give away for the month of June, July, August. Had to sing it. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Let's continue to grow the channel. Let's continue to grow the hobby. If you like what you're seeing, why not like, why not subscribe? Let's continue to have some fun on here and just enjoy ourselves and get away from the beatdowns of the daily grind. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. And as always, as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling these out.